Well, during this Black History Month, Flower City residents have something about which to be very proud. There are 5 U.S. cities considered by many historians to be central to the abolition movement: Boston, Philly, New York, Cleveland, and last but certainly not least, Rochester. Many of the buildings that housed runaway slaves still stand as monuments to the morality and mettle of Rochesterians who helped so many find freedom. They are all a part of Rochester's roots.
The 19th century freedom movement is possibly one of the most important movements in the history of the world.
So says Hanif Abdul Wahid, and he should know. He helped write the book on it, this book, Rochester Region, Underground Railroad Network to Freedom, published by a commission of history buffs, Hanif among them.
Frederick Douglass and his family and the rest of the abolitionists in this region, they played an outstanding role.
Housing slaves in homes and churches as part of the Underground Railroad. The African Methodist Episcopal Zion Church was one of them.
Yes, this is the church that Frederick Douglass belonged to.
And he published his North Star newspaper in the basement. It served as that proverbial North Star to Harriet Tubman as she escorted her band of freedom seekers, providing not only shelter, but also a trap door by the pulpit and hidden tunnels for a quick escape.
People would only stay there a day or so, and then you go right down to where Driving Park is, to Kelsey's Landing.
Kelsey's Landing, this very spot at Driving Park and Maplewood Avenue, was the last stop before boarding a boat to Canadian freedom. And Rochester's famed Reynolds Arcade was connected to the majestic Corinthian Hall, the place where Frederick Douglass made his famous "What to a Slave is the 4th of July" speech. Standing before the thousands, he said, "What to the American slave is your 4th of July? I answer, a day that reveals to him more than all other days in the year the gross injustice and cruelty to which he is a constant victim." That speech inspired the freedom of his people and helped shape a nation, and it happened right here in Rochester. And that's why these historic buildings are all a part of Rochester's roots. And Frederick Douglass delivered that powerful speech during a celebration of the signing of the Declaration of Independence at Corinthian Hall. It was a scathing commentary on America's hypocrisy as this young nation celebrated its freedom while enslaving human beings. That speech is credited with changing public opinion and changing a nation. And it all happened right